Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm doing part two of my summer book haul. So, as promised, I'm going to do part two of the book haul. I think the last video I put out on my channel was part one of this, pretty sure. Um, but, anyways, now I'm going to be doing part two and sharing the rest of the books that I've acquired over the last couple months. Well, even probably before that, probably about like the last 3 to 4 months. So, yeah, let's just jump into it. First one up was sent by Harper, and that is Fable for the End of the World. So this one is a dystopian romance, and the back couple sentences sound really good. This is what it says. The Lamb's Gauntlet is a live streamed assassination spectacle, and the next lamb has been chosen. Inessa must die to absolve her mother's debts, and Melano, a merciless assassin, must kill her. But alone in the apocalyptic wasteland, they are forced to work together and they begin to wonder if there's more to life than surviving or killing, and if they might be falling in love. That sounds pretty good. I mean, also, like, I don't know, the Lamb's Gauntlet, that sounds so intense. Yeah, I don't know. This sounds like something that would be right up my alley, and I definitely think I'm going to enjoy this one. So this is definitely one that I'm going to try and maybe get to by the end of the year. Then sent to me by Tor, I have A Far Better Thing. This one says a heartrending fantasy of fairy revenge set during the French Revolution. So that just sounds fun in general. Like I think it's gonna be awesome. I love books that are like about fairies and fae. I find them so fascinating. I feel like some can be done really well and others are not so great. So I'm looking forward to seeing if this one meets that mark in my eyes of like being done really well. But I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be a fun time, and it's set in the French Revolution, so that should add for an exciting little twist there. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun one. Next up is from Flame Tree Press, and this one is A Rebel's History of Mars. So this one is about a aerialist who turns assassin, and it's set in the past and future on Mars. That's all I really know, but like that's all I need to know. I think that sounds really cool, and that sounds like a fun time, honestly. So yeah. Then sent to me by Bramble was Chaos, and this is part of a series. This is actually book three in the series of the Uncharted Hearts. Um, so it's like a sci-fi romance. I don't have the other two books. I only have book three. So in order for me to get into the series, I'm gonna have to read the other two, which I will look for those books, but I'm not gonna look into the synopsis or read any of that because I don't want to give away anything that happens in this book, considering it's the third book of the series. But I am excited to have this, and sci-fi romance sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, looking forward to that. Next up is Once Upon You and Me, and this is a Harlequin novel. This is written by Timothy Janowski, and he actually wrote another one called The Fake Boyfriend Game, I think, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to reading another book by him. I know he has some Christmas gay romance books as well, so I'm gonna have to check those out closer to Christmas time. But I'm very excited about this one, and this is an age gap romance. Um, yeah, and it says charming fairy tale meets spicy bedtime story. So I'm gonna be looking forward to this one. I think it's gonna be great, and yeah, I love these kind of books, so I think it's gonna be so fun. Then next up, I have The Last Shield, and this was sent to me by Angry Robots Books. I actually believe I won this as a giveaway. I'm pretty sure that's how I got this book. So I don't know too much about it, but I know that it's, I think, a fantasy. Yep, it's a fantasy. The back of it is just pull quotes, so I don't actually know what. Yeah, I don't have a synopsis for it, but but I will be adding it to my Angry Robots shelf. It's not, you can't see it. It's just over there. It's like right here. That shelf is like Angry Robots books and Datura books, which is their like mystery thriller imprint. So I'm gonna add it to that shelf, and then I can pull it from there and read it at some point when I really want to. Then sent to me by Tor, I got To Challenge Heaven by David Weber and Chris Kennedy. This is the third book in a series, and the first two are Out of the Dark and Into the Light, which I have over there as well. So this is the third one in that series, so I won't go into detail on this because I don't want to know what happens here. But yeah, I'm excited to have the third book in that series. Speaking of other books and series, I also received this by Tor. This is book 3 in the Moonfall series, A Dragon of Black Glass. I remember seeing when the first book came out. I think it's actually in one of my book highlight videos where I was super excited about it, but then I never ended up picking it up. Just because I hadn't gone to the bookstore or anything. But now that I have the third book in the series, that really sparks me to go get the first book and then the second book. I think this is a series that Marcus was also like as well. So I will definitely be intrigued to grab those other books, jump into it, and read the series and see how it is. But yeah, I'm excited to have the third one. Also sent to me by Tor is Exadelic, I think is how you say that. This sounds really cool. So let me read this to you guys because this sounds awesome. When an unconventional offshoot of the US military trains an artificial intelligence in the dark arts that humanity calls black magic, it learns how to hack the fabric of reality itself. It can teleport matter, it can confer immunity to bullets, and it decides that obscure Silicon Valley middle manager Adrian Ross is the primary threat to its existence. Soon, Adrian is on the run, wanted by every authority, with no idea how or why he could be a threat. His predicament seems hopeless, his future non-existent. But when he investigates the AI and its creators, he discovers his problems are even stranger than they seem, and unearths revelations that will propel him on a journey across worlds, eras, and everything everywhere all at once. That sounds awesome. This gives me like dark matter vibes by Blake Crouch. That's the vibe I'm getting when I'm reading the synopsis of this book. So yeah, that intrigues me to pick this one up because I loved Blake Crouch's books, and if it has vibes like that, like I'm here for it. So yeah. Then Tor Nightfire sent me The Monster of Elendhaven. This one says a darkly compelling story of murder, a monster, and the magician who loves both. It's very short. It's like a novella length. So I feel like this one I can pick up and just like read in a day, which I might do. I have some holidays coming up in August, so maybe I'll do that. But yeah, got this one. Also sent to me by Tor and in novella length is Psychopomp and Circumstance by Eden Royce. This one says Shirley Jackson and Nebula Award finalist Eden Royce pens a Southern Gothic historical fantasy story of a contentious funeral in her adult fiction debut. So yeah, I mean, it's only 150 pages. Not sure what to expect in this one, but it definitely has an ominous like skeletal hand coming across here. So I don't know. It sounds like it could be good. I'm excited to see where it takes me. Another book sent to me by Tor is The Works of Vermin. This is monster hunters tangle with court politics in a dark and decadent fantasy adventure. I have no idea what to expect with this one, but it sounds very rich with like creepy horrors that will be involved in this dark fantasy, and I'm here for that. So yeah, should be good. Then we have Mindscape, and this one sounds really cool. Listen to this. The world has been divided by the barrier. For 115 years, this extraterrestrial epidimensional entity has divided the Earth into warring zones. Power-hungry politicians, gangsters, and spiritual fundamentalists are determined to thwart a potential treaty to end the internal wars. When the treaty's architect is assassinated, her protege, Eleni, a talented renegade and one of the few able to negotiate the barrier, is forced to take up her mantle. Now Eleni and a motley crew of allies risk their lives to make the treaty work. Can they repair their fractured world before the barrier devours them completely? That sounds awesome. Like, I would see this as a movie. I definitely think this is going to be a very, encapturing book. It's definitely going to pull me right in and keep me invested. So, yeah, I think this one's going to be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Then from Tor Bramble, we have The Entanglement of Rival Wizards. And I'm very excited about this one because it's like Dungeons and Dragons. But I read another book by Sarah Rosh, which was The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I really enjoyed that one. It was so much fun and it was just great. It was so great. So I'm really looking forward to continuing with her books because I like her writing style. She's really good at writing like cutesy scenes and just like heartwarming, like grumpy sunshine characters. I think it's just gonna be great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one and I'm excited to see where it goes. I also love that it's like more nerdy central for like Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, it should be a fun time. Another one sent by Tor is The Witch Roads. And this is following a character who essentially becomes like a guide for this group of people. They have like this leader, but then this leader doesn't really listen to the main character who's the guide, and they tell them like, hey, don't go into this place. They go into this place, but then they come out like a shell of themselves, and they can't really move forward. And so this character that kind of told them that has become like the leader of this group, and she is leading them through these places called the Witch Roads, and that's the rest of the story. That's all I really know. But it sounds like an adventurous one and something that's going to keep you on your toes. So yeah, I also just love the colors of this cover. Like the pastel-y colors are just so nice and calming. So yeah, even on the back, it's like, I don't know, I just love it. So yeah, I think this one's gonna be fun. Then by Bramble, we have Offside, and this is a hockey romance book, and it's got sprayed edges, so I love that. This is a huge, like, thick book for a romance. Like, I don't think I've read a romance this big before. So that's going to be interesting. And hockey is a very big part of Canada where I'm from. So I'll be interested to read that. I've read like gay hockey romance before, but not just regular hockey romance. Yeah, but we'll see where it goes. I do enjoy romance books, and if it's catering to hockey, then I gotta feel proud of my nationality and jump into it and see where it goes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. And this one is the first in a series, so if I like it, then I'm definitely going to continue along with it. Another one by Tor is The Potency of Ungovernable Impulses. Now, I see on the back there's 2 other books in this series, so I don't know if this is a standalone, like if it can be read as a standalone, or I need to get the other 2. It says on the inside, a brand new adventure in the cozy, sapphic, and beloved space opera mystery series. So it makes it seem like this could be read as a standalone, but I'm not too sure, so I don't want to read the back in case it gives anything away. I'll have to do some research to see about that, but I am looking forward to it. I love mysteries. Make it sapphic, even better. Then from Tor Nightfire, I have The Girl in the Creek, and this one's by Wendy Wagner. This one is about a girl who goes into the Pacific Northwest woods to see if she can solve the mystery of her missing brother, because her brother went missing in those woods. He wasn't the first one to go missing in those woods, and so she takes on that venture herself and goes and tries to figure out what's going on. While she's in the woods, she encounters some things that kind of change her whole reality, and that's all I know. So yeah, sounds very creepy. Also, the cover is very creepy. It's got a chick with like mushrooms growing out of her, so probably not too healthy. But anyways, yeah, this one sounds like it's gonna be right up the vibes for like creepy season. So maybe I'll read this around October. But yeah, sounds good. Another one by Tor is Automatic Noodle, and this one just sounds hilarious. Just like the byline on it is a cozy near future story about a crew of leftover robots opening their very own noodle shop. Like, that's just so intriguing and so fun. I don't even need to know anything else. Like, I already want to read it. And it's a novella size, so it should be like a quick one to get through. But yeah, no, I love that. Also, this cover is just really cool. It's very like trippy, and I love that too. So yeah, this one I'll probably pick up when I want just like a quick read. But I'm always down to read about robots opening up their own noodle shop. That sounds cool. Another one by Bramble is Never the Roses. This one says, a sorceress haunted by unforgivable sins, a sorcerer caught in the wars of men, a treacherous connection that might be their ruin. Sounds pretty cool. I'm down for sorceress and sorcerers having some fun together. So yeah, should be fun time. Looking forward to that one. Also from Tor, we have Angie Kills a King. Now, this one, I don't know anything about it, to be honest, but I follow the author on Instagram, and I saw that they had written this book, and I was like, that is so cool. Like, I've just been following along with their bookstagram, and then all of a sudden they have a book coming out, and I was like, okay, well, that's awesome. So I really wanted to support that author, and I was glad that Tor sent this to me, because now I can read their book and add some reviews to their sites. I don't know. It's just really cool. I like seeing people succeed in the book world, and that was just really heartwarming to see that their book got picked up, and now it's here in physical format in my hands. So very cool. It does look very cool. I'm gonna be very excited to read this and see what my thoughts are on it. Another one by Tor is Cinder House. This is a queer gothic Cinderella retelling, in like novella size. So this one I feel like I'm gonna fly through, but just having like Cinderella in a queer lens is something I'm looking forward to reading about. So yeah, this one I think is gonna be a fun time for sure. And then more from Tor, we have Extremity. This one is a police procedural set at the end of the world, and it involves time travel. So it's novella size as well. This is one that I feel like I could just crush in a day. I do find that I like police procedural books, so I feel like that is going to make this fly by. I feel like normally when I'm reading those style of books, I read through them really quickly. So yeah, add a little sci-fi twist in there, and you definitely got me hooked. Then we have Costumes for Time Travelers, and this is by Candlewick Press. I actually don't think I have any books by Candlewick Press, so this is my first one. But this is also dealing with time travel, but it's like a place called the Pocket, which is supposedly where you go when you are starting out your time travel. So this is a place that's like kind of like a limbo in between place. And it's following some characters that have encounters in that place. So sounds pretty cool. Looks like it might be part LGBTQ plus, so I'm okay with that too. Yeah, definitely looking forward to this one. Then I have one by Penguin, and this is called Best of All Worlds by Kenneth Opel. I remember reading Kenneth Opel when I was a little kid. I read some of his like middle grade books, and I remember they were so fascinating to me. I specifically remember one about this like underwater world within the backyard pool of some kid's house, and there was just like, I don't know, it was fascinating. So to read another one by Kenneth Opel will be exciting. I'll be looking forward to jumping back into it. This one is a thriller, and supposedly it's about a character and his family who go visit this place. I think they visit like a lake on a weekend, but then find that they're like trapped in a dome or something like that, and they're in there for 3 years until another family shows up, and they don't know why. And that's all I really know. I honestly don't know much about it, but that's what I do know, and it sounds fascinating to me. Definitely thrilling. I'm intrigued to know like what's going on and how they came to be like in this dome. Like I'm curious, genuinely curious. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to reading this one. It's not too long, so I feel like this is another one that like I could just fly through. But yeah, I'm excited. I just want to see what Kenneth has been up to and where his brain is going to take me this time. Then I have one by Tundra called Titan of the Stars. And this one says Alien meets the Titanic in this tense YA science fiction horror series. So I don't even need to know anymore. Alien is my favorite sci-fi series of all time, so you already have me hooked. And then mix it with Titanic. I don't even really know how those are gonna mix together, but like I'm here for it. I love Titanic. So yeah, this one has just shot up on my list of books to read. It does also seem like it's a short-ish book, so I definitely think I could get through this pretty quick. And yeah, anything like honestly, if you need a buzzword for a sci-fi book to get me to read it, if you say it's comparable to Alien, I'm gonna read it. Then by Tor, this is my second last one by the way. By Tor, I have Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. And this is following three different siblings following the death of their father, who is, I think, the CEO of this big like tech company. And the three of them, it's just like I'm believing it's told in three different perspectives, and you're seeing how they deal with that. I believe this also has magic or like technological magic in it. So that sounds like it's going to be very interesting to learn about. This book is quite a chunker, so I'm going to have to take my time with this one, but I think it's going to be fascinating, honestly. And the cover's cool. It's got like sparkly parts here that you can see. I love it. But yeah, this one seems like it'll be a fun time. Okay, and the last book on my haul is Firebird. And this one is just like, look at this. Look at those sprayed edges. I love this. I feel like this book is beautiful. It says on the inside here, a conqueror captivated, a witch prophesied to save them all in a world where dragons rule Rome. And then there's like this cool map on the inside. So yeah. Oh, and glossy dragon. I don't even need to know more. I think that sounds awesome, and it has dragons in it, so you got me pulled in. But yeah, I'm gonna feel like I have to wear like gloves while I'm reading this book because I don't want to ruin the sprayed edges or anything. But yeah, this one is very cool, and this one was by Tor Bramble. And those are all the books from my part 2 of my summer book haul. That was a lot. I know there is a lot of books in there, and I'm tired just talking about all of them. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books, because I know some of these might be out by now. So let me know if you've read any of them, or let me know what your favorite book is that you've recently acquired in the comments down below. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to buy my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos whenever, so yeah, there's no set schedule anymore. And remember, keep on reading.